before we move on to announcing the top 10 teams, we must take a moment, perhaps more than a moment, might take us a few minutes.
Maybe about 120 moments where each moment equals 1 second.
Yes, thanking people that we could not have done this round without. Firstly, we need to thank the very people who technically adopted everyone for 1 week. They brought you from your home country to Stockholm safely. They made sure that you did not get lost. They made sure that hopefully you got enough sleep, but maybe not. These people made sure that you were well trained, well behaved, and well taken care of. And of course, I am talking about all the amazing coaches and teachers. Everyone, please make some noise for your teachers. Hug them, kiss them.
And we know that sometimes you have kept them up because it is not easy to spend time with a group of people traveling. It's hard enough when they're your friends. It's even harder when they're those in your care. We are so grateful to you for taking care of your scholars and also sometimes, more often than you'd think, for taking care of us. But speaking of taking care of people, there's another group that we never have enough of at our rounds because it's so difficult for them to make these long journeys at your side. Although some do make it and some of them are in the lobby right now. I speak of those who welcome us to hearth and home at the end of each round, who love us unconditionally and support us with every bit of their lives. I'm lucky to have my mom here right behind me. And I know that many of you will soon be seeing your parents and siblings and all your relatives. Naho's mom may also be here somewhere.
She gave up her seat to a scholar, apparently.
Well, and that is what families do. They sacrifice for us so that we can have moments like this. Scholars, please put your hands together for your families.
And next up, we have the place that fed you, us, and everyone in this room, and the place that housed the team for the week. This place has 2 doors. One is the wrong door, one is the correct door.
One's the front door, one's the back door, but it's really unclear which is meant to be which.
Exactly, and it's located right next to a supermarket. Very convenient, except for the fact that the supermarket closes pretty early.
And near a building that has a logo suspiciously similar to our own.
Yes, and when we come back, hopefully to another Stockholm Global Round in the future, we will know which entrance is the right one, thanks to 7A and the right entrance.
Scholars, let us put our hands together for 7A. And tonight, 7A will also be where you have the Scholars Ball.
I am still proud of this map that I made. We
Yes.
should put this in the Seoul Global Round.
It's really got everything you need. A bookstore to find books to study for the World Scholars Cup, a pharmacy for any headaches along the way.
Supermarket, I like to call Coop, but it's apparently co-op.
Coop is a better word. Coop, 1 syllable, easier.
Ouch, Coop.
Speaking of 1 syllable words, our next special thanks go to something that we have had with us all week. We have perhaps not appreciated it enough in any of its forms because we constantly move it, break it, mispronounce it, or pronounce it correctly depending on where you're from. Scholars, we have been so thankful for the generosity and for the anti-gravity power of the couch. Thank you, couch.
And next up, I know the list is getting long, but guys, think about it. We've been here for a whole week. We have a lot of things, places, people to thank.
But Naho, could you list Florida?
Yes, let's thank Florida later.
Okay.
Maybe no. Well, the next place we will thank is actually, I always said place. It is a place.
It is a place.
It is the very place where we did the scavenging. It welcomed us. It welcomed our absurdity. It did not care if we're doing something that might not have been considered normal. It was willing to take many, many scholars, children, coaches, us. And it is very special to us because it calls itself a zoo when it is not. And I think it is something very relatable. We want to call ourselves things that we are not, and that is okay. Even if I might not be a superstar, I can call myself a superstar or a supermarket.
You can call yourself whatever you want, scholars, as long as you put quotation marks around it.
Exactly. Let's thank the zoo.
And it welcomed us. It may not welcome as many animals, but if we develop a strong Scholars Cup program in Sweden, it will probably welcome scholars all the time. Because,
And alpacas.
yes. Our next thank you is not a place.
Our next thank you is a team that perhaps you might not have seen as much, but it's a team that works very hard right there backstage, behind us, next to us. They make sure that the screen works, that the music actually plays, that the microphone works. And they're the very people who, when we came in on day one, did not question us about anything, although we had many absurd requests.
We're a strange program to take care of when it comes to technology. And through this week, we have been so fortunate to have the support of a group that decided to believe that what we were doing made some degree of sense. We are so grateful to our incredible AV team. They have done magic. Pianos have appeared and disappeared. If you all wouldn't mind coming out to take a bow.
Come, please.
Come on out, come on out.
Hello.
They know what you look like.
Scholars, because of these people doing the talent shows, moving the pianos, moving instruments, moving the couch, they all coordinated it beforehand, which meant we had no wait times. It's not something that we see in every team that we get, and I'm eternally grateful for how much they have cared for our well-being and how this goes.
See, nothing happens by accident. Every time the lights flash in this hall, they are flashing them. Every time there's the right number of microphones for an act, it's because they asked us beforehand how many we might need. So many unsung heroes who help us sing. So scholars, can we put our hands together once again for the entire AV team?
We really like them.
We really, really love them.
We love you, John.
Hi, John. And speaking of teams, this program here and all over the world this year and for the last 17 would not exist, would not be possible, but for the efforts, the investment, and the sacrifice. So much hard work, often unseen. I want them to know it is never unappreciated, of the World Scholars Cup team. And while our management structure may be confusing, at the end of the day, what happens is this. We dream something together, and together we make it real. Thank you. Thank you. And because a white box is not that interesting, we have a picture. It's not everyone, but it's always impossible to have everyone. And that brings us to our last thank you. And this one could never be long enough, so I'm going to keep it short, but know that behind that is basically everything. We, the World Scholars Cup team, every one of us, we only have this privilege, we only have this joy because of those who say, this is our story, because of those who invite us to share it. We thank you, the scholars of the World Scholars Cup. And scholars of Stockholm, what does kintsugi mean? Kintsugi means, yes it does, and you all do that every single moment. Thank you. And now, our top 10 qualifying teams.
Beginning with the 10th place team. Coming from the lovely country of Romania, from the International School of Bucharest, we have Team 633, Ier, Alvin, and Edward.
To the stage and to Yale University. In 9th place in the senior division, we welcome a team from the UAE, which seems to have some Swedish connections in some way. From GEMS World Academy Dubai, Team 658. Jano, Rhea, and Nile.
In 8th place, coming from 3 different schools, but all 3 different schools in the same city. In the city of Statues of Skopje, from Yahya Kemal American High School and Nova International School Skopje, Team 631.
Well done, Nicola and team. In 7th place, this team is from a city we have learned a thing or two about. It is about 100 kilometers from San Francisco,
I heard it's 140 kilometers from San Francisco.
which is apparently a 90-minute drive?
Yes, and that we should not go there. Oh, they're already standing up.
Hey, take your time because we're gonna go jump right to it. This team is from Sierra High School, Manteca. Team 674, Miles Lima, Colin Nguyen, and Kaushik Chamchani.
And in 6th place, coming from the Modern English School, we have Team 549, Adam, Louie, and Ali. The great guitar and singers.
Congratulations, a trophy to take home to Egypt. Well done. Now in 5th place in the senior division. This team is from the UTP, the University Transition Program. Team 545, Joanne, Darien, and Charles.
This is what I'll be enrolling into this upcoming August.
Sigh.
In 4th place, we have a group of scholars from the St. Joseph High School. And that is Team 672, Jacqueline, Joshua, and Benjamin. Did she fall? I think she's a Filipino.
In 3rd place in the senior division, with a score of 31,000 and then some. This team is from somewhere maybe 60 kilometers from LA, I'm not sure really, but kind of LA-ish, from LaSalle College. It is Team 670, Reagan, Charlotte, and Annie.
Our runner-up team also comes from LaSalle College Preparatory High School, Team 669, Jackson, Jeremy, and Alex.
And that brings us to our overall champion team at this first ever Stockholm Global Round. Scholars, should we come back to Stockholm? Good, I always worry when I ask a question, I don't know what the answer will be. All right, in 1st place with a score, possibly the highest score ever, I'm not sure, I don't really pay that much attention, of well over 34,000 points. This team is from Canada, from about an hour's drive from the middle of Vancouver, from the Mulgrave School.
Team 542, Amalia, Rylan, and Constance, the amazing singers.
To the stage.
You are young, and I cannot wait to see what they will achieve.
You might feel a little bit older after what's about to happen. It causes nervousness.
Trauma?
Yes. All right. Well done. Congratulations. See, they're catching the golden lacquer.
so much falling.
And before our computer suffocates, scholars, there are also some additional qualifiers for the Tournament of Champions. These teams qualify in addition to the overall teams we've just seen. We look forward to seeing them at Yale. We wish we could bring every team to the TOC, but alas, there's only one Yale and only so much space, even if we use every available dorm room. Here are those additional qualifiers. And if the we will see you next season, or maybe we will TOC you soon. Arsh, will you bring us to a close?
Scholars of Stockholm, can I get a point on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We will see you in TUC. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Overall team, 19th and 20th, please come forward for your trophies.